Once again, I was mistaken for a mistress and beaten, resulting in a miscarriage. The hospital issued a critical condition notice. Before entering the operating room, Ethan held my hand tightly, tears of heartbreak streaming down his face. "Don't worry. I've found the best doctors in the world to operate on you. You'll be fine. Once we get through this, we'll still have our own child." As the anesthesia was injected into my body, I felt that part of me being cruelly ripped away, clinging to his promises. I gritted my teeth and held on, but I woke up unexpectedly mid-surgery and overheard Ethan's conversation with Marcus. "Are you insane? The previous 2 miscarriages were accidents. But this time you hired someone to attack Grace yourself? Do you have any idea that if she has another surgery, she'll never be able to get pregnant again? This is a critical time for the share transfer. The family has been hesitant to invest because they still don't trust me. Since I've started down the path of an arranged marriage, there's no turning back. I have no choice. So you're just going to sacrifice Grace? She's the woman you've loved for 6 years. Do you have no feelings for her at all now?" Tears suddenly streamed down my face as I heard his voice. In this position, feelings are no longer important to me. I only know that Chloe can help me establish a foothold in the Hayes family. As for Grace, I'll find a way to compensate her later. Once I have everything from the Hayes family, it will be enough for her to live a comfortable life forever. My shattered heart suddenly fractured. This time, I wanted nothing. Marcus sighed almost imperceptibly. "Do you really think Grace agreed 2 years ago for you to have an arranged marriage with the Vance family and become a mistress in the shadows? Just for the Hayes family's money? Did you have money when you first got together? If she liked money, she wouldn't have stayed with you for 6 years. Ethan's voice suddenly turned cold. "Does anyone dislike money? Don't you work for money? Why are you acting so high and mighty with me now? My arranged marriage with the Vance family is unfair to her, but I've given her a lot over the past 2 years. Without me, she could never afford those luxury items in her life. The suffering she's enduring now is nothing more than what she deserves. Nothing good comes for free in this world." Marcus's face turned ashen with anger. "So how do you plan to tell Grace this terrible news when she wakes up? She'll never be able to be a mother. Do you really think money can compensate for that? Just because current medical technology can't cure it doesn't mean future technology won't. The family has top medical resources abroad. I'll find a way. If all else fails, we can do IVF or find someone else to carry the baby for her. All right, let's not waste any more time. Proceed with the surgery immediately. I also need to contact the reporters. Today is a great opportunity to prove my loyalty to the Vance family, and I can't miss it. You're truly beyond redemption. You'll regret this someday. As long as you keep your mouth shut, I won't have the chance to regret it anyway." My nails dug hard into my palms, and the cold instruments turned violently inside my body. I was so numb that I couldn't even feel the pain. So, this was the truth behind my suffering today. The 6 years of love I thought we shared meant nothing to him. Blood gushed beneath me, and my consciousness began to blur. In a daze, I felt as if I had returned to 6 years ago. When we first got together, Ethan was penniless. To gather money for his gravely ill mother's surgery, he sold his family home and worked 4 part-time jobs a day, yet he was still drowning in debt. As soon as I started working, I handed him my payroll card. Life was hard then, but our love was sweet. Everything changed when his mother's surgery failed. On the day of the funeral, someone from the Hayes family arrived. They said that at her last moment, his mother had sent a message to the Hayes family. Only then did the Hayes family learn that another son had been living outside their circle. And just like that, Ethan was taken back. Before he left, we both thought good days awaited us, completely unaware of the turmoil within the Hayes family. We met again a month later, and he was completely transformed, like a different person. He only informed me that to establish himself in the Hayes family, he needed to enter an arranged marriage with the Vance family to gain their support. I cried for 3 days and 3 nights, nearly blinding myself in one eye. But in the end, I agreed. Because he said he wanted to give me the best life. He wanted to fight for Aunt's honor, to ensure her memorial tablet could openly and honorably enter the ancestral shrine. The wedding happened quickly and was grand beyond anything I'd ever seen, but said he wouldn't get officially married to Chloe. The only wife in his heart would always be me. We secretly got officially married, forming a hidden relationship. Countless times, I was reviled as a kept woman, but fueled by our mutually devoted love, I gritted my teeth and persevered. Until today, those well-trained bodyguards held me down and beat me on the floor at the mall entrance. In the bustling crowd, everyone watched as if it were a show. Shouts of mistress and slut rose and fell, crying and screaming for help. I declared that I was Ethan's legal wife, but no one believed me. In my panic, I saw Ethan's car drive past, and he was sitting in the passenger seat. I rushed forward like a madwoman, using my last ounce of strength to pound on the car window, but in the end, he only mouthed a few fleeting words, "Hold on a little longer. I can't be seen." So that was why he couldn't be seen. How could he possibly ruin the game he had orchestrated himself? Burning tears streamed down the corners of my eyes. I don't know how much time passed. In the darkness, I heard his voice near my ear. "Grace? Wake up! Don't scare me. What's going on? Didn't you say she was out of danger? Why isn't she awake yet?" Marcus grew impatient with the questioning. "I told you I did everything I could. If she doesn't wake up, it's because she doesn't want to. Don't you know what you've done? Impossible. She doesn't know anything." I slowly opened my eyes. The tearing pain beneath me made me tremble uncontrollably. Seeing this, Ethan immediately rushed Marcus out, then tenderly took my hand, his face etched with heartbreak. "Are you uncomfortable anywhere else? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. If only I could bear the pain for you." I truly didn't expect those madmen to be so brazen, daring to act in broad daylight. "Don't worry. I've already called the police and had them arrested." A single tear fell on my face, icy cold. He cried sincere and heartfelt tears, then raised a hand and slapped himself twice. "Grace, I swear, once I have everything from the Hayes family, I will get revenge for you. I won't let a single person who hurt you get away with it." I didn't want to watch him act anymore. I just asked, my voice trembling, "The baby? How is the baby?" "Ethan, you promised me you would protect this baby. It's happened 3 times. The first time, furious passersby pushed me down, mistaking me for a mistress, causing a miscarriage. Ethan knelt by my hospital bed, weeping uncontrollably. The second miscarriage, he took it in stride, merely saying, "It's not the right time yet. It's probably better this way. You understand my difficult circumstances. Just wait a little longer." This time, he didn't even wait for an accident. He chose to act himself. Ethan lowered his head, his voice barely audible. "I'm sorry. The baby is gone. Grace, blame me, hit me, curse me. I won't fight back." My heart was completely dead. Tears rolled down uncontrollably, and I grabbed the pillow, throwing it at his face. He caught my outstretched hand midair, his eyes red and face full of grief. "Marcus said you can never be a mother again." All the strength drained from my body instantly, and despair overwhelmed me. He pulled me into his embrace. "Don't worry. As long as I reach that position, all problems will be solved. I will definitely find you the best doctors in the world. We will definitely have our own child. Grace, just wait for me a little longer. I swear, this is the last time." But we had no future left. Before I could even say the words "break up," the hospital room door was suddenly slammed open. A group of reporters, surrounding Chloe, rushed in, their interview questions coming in waves. "Ms. Chloe, is it true that the woman today claimed to be Mr. Ethan's legal wife? Then what is your relationship with Mr. Ethan? Was the wedding that shocked the entire city a sham? Did you come to the hospital today after hearing the news to catch Mr. Ethan cheating with his mistress? Ms. Chloe, could you please answer directly?" Chloe quickly entered the room, habitually hiding behind Ethan. "Ms. Grace, I truly don't know how the reporters followed me here." "Ethan, quickly, help me." Ethan stood up, his face turning cold. "What do you want to ask?" "Ask me. Don't bother my wife." The word wife hit my chest like a heavy hammer. The reporters' eyes lit up, and they repeated their questions. This time, they added many insults directed at me. Mistress, slut, kept woman, all the disgusting labels were hurled at me. Ethan's gaze fell on me. He hesitated for 2 seconds, then turned away resolutely. "I have no connection to the woman in this hospital bed. My visit is merely out of kindness, as she was seriously injured because of me. There is nothing else between us. Furthermore, my wife is Chloe. She always has been, and she always will be. If anyone else speculates about my relationship with my wife, I will pursue legal action against them." With that, he looked at Chloe with a doting expression and beckoned to her. "Wife, let's go home." The two of them were surrounded by reporters and pushed out. The clicking of cameras hammered into my heart with every flash. I don't know how much time passed. Then my phone buzzed. Ethan sent a message. "I'm sorry. The situation was urgent just now, so I had to put on an act with Chloe. Please don't take it to heart. I've already found a safe place for you to stay. The previous house isn't secure anymore. I'll come to be with you as soon as I get home. Your loving husband. My tears had dried up, and my heart was numb with pain. In a daze, I remembered the first time he told me he loved me. Time truly can change a person. I no longer wanted this corrupted love or him. I opened my phone and booked a plane ticket to leave the country in a week. At 8 in the evening, the driver he sent to pick me up arrived precisely on time. As I watched him carefully avoid the surveillance cameras, I quietly opened my phone. Sure enough, the news of my serious injury and hospitalization had already went viral and was among the trending topics. The comment section was flooded with familiar insults. Damn, is it that slut again? Is there no end to this? Are there no other men in the world besides Mr. Ethan? Always thinking about other women's husbands. Is she that desperate or just broke? If not, why doesn't she just sell herself? If she can't get 1,000, can't she get 10? I'll chip in $1. Let's all crowdfund to help this worthless piece of trash. Heard she had a miscarriage, and who knows whose illegitimate child it was. And she still tried to extort Mr. Ethan? Serves her right. I trembled uncontrollably. These comments were clearly premeditated, posted by paid trolls manipulating public opinion. Just as I couldn't help but want to speak up and defend myself, my phone was pressed down. Don't look. I know you're hurting, but anything you say now is useless. I've already had my lawyer handle it. Be good. Get some rest. Your health is most important. Ethan was standing behind me. I hadn't noticed when he arrived. He rested his chin on my shoulder. Grace, if I could, I'd really go back to how things used to be. I curled my lips into a sarcastic smile, pulling away from his proximity. Do you really want to go back? Your handling it means letting the news continue to spread until netizens forget about it on their own. Ethan, you've never considered my feelings. His brows furrowed instantly, a flicker of impatience in his eyes. The online public opinion is too overwhelming. How do you expect me to handle it? I've tried everything. Besides, didn't you insist on going out today? Didn't I warn you to be careful? Realizing he was getting too agitated, he softened his tone. I'm sorry, Grace. I've just been so tired lately. There's so much going on with the company. Those old cronies in the Hayes family are just waiting for me to slip up. I'm stretched thin. Can you try to understand? 2 years of hard work, and it all comes down to this month. Don't let my efforts go to waste. You've always been able to endure it before, and you can this time too, right? He was about to reach for my hand. The assistant waiting outside suddenly called out to him. Mr. Ethan, something's happened at the company. The shareholders want you to come over. Those old geezers are causing trouble for me again. Ethan knelt on one knee, looking at me with sincere eyes. Grace, I have to go deal with things. There's only 1 week left until the shareholder meeting. Just hold on a little longer. If anything happens, send me a message. You're the most important person to me. Be good. Get some rest. Before leaving, he kissed my forehead, then walked out the door. I quickly scrambled to my feet and looked at the surveillance camera outside the door. He said to his assistant, "Well done. Luckily, you came up with that idea, or I wouldn't have known how to get away. I really don't want to face her right now. I don't know what to say. It's always apologies, and I'm tired of saying them even if she isn't tired of hearing them." The assistant chuckled playfully. Mr. Ethan still prefers your wife, doesn't he? You two looked so well matched today. The family has already seen the news, so I expect the contract will be finalized very soon this time. Of course, Chloe is my wife. Who else would I love if not her? It's just that past responsibilities are hard to simply abandon. Come on, let's not keep her waiting. I told her I'd go back and be with her tonight. A suffocating pain seized my heart. I leaned against the door, listening to the footsteps fade away outside, too drained to even breathe. For 7 days straight, Ethan sent no further messages. I still learned about the Vance family agreeing to the partnership from the news. It wasn't until Chloe found me and gave me an invitation to the shareholder meeting, knowing I still needed his consent to finalize the divorce. I had no choice but to accept the invitation. On the day of the meeting, the venue was packed with famous media. As soon as I entered, someone immediately recognized my face. Isn't that the woman who's so eager to be a mistress? Why is she here again? Chasing after Mr. Ethan again? Wow, it really is her. What does she want this time? Mrs. Chloe is still around. You know, she has such nerve. Today, I'll teach this slut a good lesson on behalf of Mrs. Chloe. A group of people surrounded me, pulling and hitting me. My recently healed wounds were suddenly torn open, and I broke out in a cold sweat from the pain. Just then, Chloe walked over from a distance. "Stop it! This is my invited guest. Everyone, please don't trouble her. I'll explain things to her clearly. Ms. Grace, let's go. We need to talk." Before we were out of the reporter's sight, she intimately linked her arm through mine, supporting me, but as soon as we turned behind the door, she harshly flung my hand away. "You really dared to show up? So you're Ethan's ex-girlfriend? 2 years, and you still haven't given up? Your skin is thicker than I thought. Didn't you know Ethan married me? Or was our wedding news not grand enough for you?" I squeezed the flesh of my palm tightly, fighting back the pain. "I know, but I'm the one who officially married him. I'm not a mistress, and I've already decided to, before I could even say the word divorce." She burst out laughing as if she'd heard the funniest joke, her eyes full of sarcasm. "Officially married? You? Then look at this. If I'm not mistaken, Ethan created that fake marriage certificate to placate you, fearing you'd make a scene if you knew about our marriage, right? But 2 years have passed, and it's time you woke up. I really couldn't bear to see you still living in the dark, so I had to tell you the truth." The next second, a red marriage certificate entered my sight. Underneath the photo of Ethan and Chloe, a clear official seal was pressed. In an instant, his panicked gaze when we got officially married flashed through my mind. Crushed by the cruel truth, my feet involuntarily stumbled backward. Chloe, with a smirk on her red lips, closed in on me. "I'd heard about you, but I always thought after Ethan caused you to lose 2 babies, you'd be smart enough to leave on your own. So I never planned to interfere. But you're really too stupid. For a woman to be this idiotic is beyond my expectations." "What did you say?" I looked up sharply, my pupils trembling. She was grinning from ear to ear. "How about I tell you another piece of news? After today, Ethan will control the Hayes family, and he promised me half of their assets." "Meaning, you've waited 2 years for nothing. The and Hayes families are now bound together. You are the redundant one, a burden." My breath hitched, and I instinctively wanted to flee. The moment I turned, her scream suddenly erupted behind me. The door in front of me was suddenly kicked open. Ethan stormed in, forcefully shoving me aside, and rushed straight to Chloe. "Chloe, are you all right? What happened?" "Ethan, I just wanted to persuade Ms. Grace to leave, but she refused and even pushed me. I'm sorry I didn't help you. Don't be angry, Ms. Grace didn't mean it. She probably just doesn't want to lose you. There are still reporters outside. Don't worry about me. Just take her away quickly." As soon as she finished speaking, a group of reporters crowded the doorway. Through the throng, Ethan's icy stare pinned itself on my face. I shook my head in despair, but my protests were drowned out by the clamor of the interviews. Ethan took the microphone and said coldly, "I don't know this person, Ms. Grace. Previously I considered you a woman, and I was afraid to hurt you. So I didn't have the heart to reject you. But this time, you've crossed my line, in front of everyone. Let me tell you, I will never like a woman as shameless as you. Every time you appear, you make me feel more disgusted. Get lost. If anything happens to Chloe, I won't forgive you." He shoved my shoulder hard, and I stumbled backward uncontrollably. The last thing I saw was a group of people rushing forward like mad, punching and kicking me. Excruciating pain washed over me again and again. Upstairs, I begged for mercy in agony. Downstairs, he was holding a signing ceremony with the Vance family, to thunderous applause. I don't know how long passed. I was the only one left in the hall. I slowly picked myself up, blood soaking the carpet with every step. On my phone was an apologetic message from Ethan. "Wait for me. I'm going to confront the Vance family now. You've been wronged today. Bear with it one last time." Familiar excuses. Familiar acting. But this time, I didn't reply. After discarding my phone, I hailed a taxi with the last of my cash and headed to the airport. Meanwhile, after Ethan's signing ceremony ended, he left Chloe behind and went straight back to the company. As soon as he got into the car, he impatiently questioned his assistant. "Who brought those reporters here? Who gave them permission to assault someone at my signing ceremony? Grace just had surgery. Are these people trying to kill her?" The assistant's voice stammered with fear. "Mr. Ethan, I don't know. I've had people watching Ms. Grace, and I didn't hear that she went out today. What are you even doing? Investigate. If you can't find out, you're fired. The assistant quickly called the bodyguards assigned to protect Grace, while anxiously trying to reassure him. Mr. Ethan, please don't worry. I'll contact them right away and ask. Then, remembering something, the assistant's eyes widened. Could it be those people who were following us last time? A week ago. Ms. Chloe discovered the house you found, and she purposely sent people to follow. You were afraid of implicating Ms. Grace, so you sent a message asking me to play along with your act. But their people should have heard what you said that night, so they shouldn't be suspicious. Ethan's brows furrowed tightly, his eyes turning icy. He clearly remembered the act he and his assistant put on a week ago outside Grace's apartment. If hadn't been so vigilant, following them and discovering Grace's residence, he never would have left Grace alone after her surgery. He hadn't even settled that score, and now the Vance family was trying to scheme against him again. I think they have a death wish. Last time, the Vance family refused to sign, and I had no choice but to put on an act. Did she really believe what I said? Daring to touch Grace. I won't let them off the hook. As soon as he finished speaking, the assistant's call connected. After only 2 questions, the assistant's face instantly turned ashen. Bad news. Mr. Ethan. They said that the Vance family sent people to control them. They weren't careful enough. And Ms. Grace got away. And the invitation was Chloe's doing. Rage instantly surged in Ethan's chest. He remembered everything he had sacrificed for that position over the past 2 years, the dignity he was forced to abandon in front of Chloe. The way he was forced to bow his head. He clenched his fist abruptly and slammed it hard against his thigh. Good. Very good. Since that's the case, there's no need to spare the Vance family. Now, help me arrange. After explaining his plan, the driver pulled the car over. Just as the assistant was about to get out, Ethan grabbed him. Wait! And, she just had surgery and hasn't recovered yet. It looks like she was seriously hurt today. Get someone over there to take care of her immediately. Contact the hospital and have them on standby. Grace absolutely cannot be harmed. The assistant quickly assented. The moment the Maybach door closed, Ethan swiftly pulled out his phone. Openings chat. An uncontrollable smile spread across his face. 2 years had passed, countless days and nights, and he had dreamed of standing with her in the sunlight, embracing tightly. Now, his dream was finally realized. From now on, he wouldn't have to secretly send messages to Grace. But the thought of Grace's severe injuries today made his heart clench painfully. After pinning Grace's chat to the top, he hastily sent a message. Grace, how are you? Are you feeling better now? I've already sent someone to take care of you. Go to the hospital with them first. I'll come as soon as I finish dealing with the company matters. I'm truly sorry about what happened today. I never expected Chloe to take you to the venue. Don't worry, the Vance family's funds are now in place, and the Hayes family's shares are also in my hands. I can confront the Vance family anytime now. You won't have to suffer any more grievances. Grace, what I promised you is finally accomplished. 2 years of enduring humiliation and heavy burdens transformed into endless love and guilt for Grace at this moment. Ethan had never been so happy. Just the thought that Grace could now become his rightful wife made all the grievances he had suffered to seize power seem to vanish into thin air. Before he could look at his phone, the car pulled into the company's basement garage. Ethan rushed upstairs to handle work. Even though he was fast enough, it was already dark by the time he finished. He opened his phone, eager to ask about Grace's condition, the worry in his heart uncontainable. But after unlocking it, he saw only work messages filling the screen. Grace hadn't replied at all. Anxiety instantly surged in Ethan's heart. The old Grace, no matter what happened, would always reply to his messages immediately, even if she was injured and hospitalized. She would notify him in advance. Fearing his worry, how could she be out of contact for an entire day like this? Ethan hastily contacted his assistant. He called 3 times in a row, but no one answered. He completely panicked, subconsciously assuming something had happened to Grace, which was why his assistant had no time to deal with him. So, after going downstairs, he immediately drove to the hospital. He found Marcus sitting perfectly fine in his office, but the room was empty. He rushed over like a madman and grabbed Marcus's collar. Where's Grace? Where is she? How are her injuries? Marcus was stunned, confused, but also somewhat annoyed with Ethan because of their last conversation. Why are you asking me where Grace is? Ask her. What kind of harm have you done to her? And you still have the nerve to look for her? I don't know. You're looking in the wrong place. Ethan's eyes were bloodshot as he roared uncontrollably. I'm asking you a question. Where exactly is Grace? Which room is she in? Is she awake? Is she still angry with me because of today's incident? Refusing to let you tell me her whereabouts? Speak. Seeing serious expression, Marcus realized he wasn't joking and became serious himself. Grace is missing? She hasn't been to the hospital, and I haven't seen her in a long time. As spoke, all the strength seemed to drain from Ethan's body. He remembered the Vance family's tactics, and Chloe's petty and vindictive nature. He didn't even dare to imagine what would happen if Grace fell into the Vance family's hands. He raised his hand and slapped himself hard. It's all my fault. If I had taken her with me today, nothing would have happened. Marcus merely snorted, scoffing disdainfully. What? Now you're worried? Where was your mercy when you hired people to beat Grace until she miscarried last time? Ethan, don't tell me I look down on you. I truly think a man who trades his wife and child for his career, like you, would be better off dead. Say that again, you bastard. Ethan instantly exploded in rage, about to charge forward and strike him. Marcus straightened his back and retorted sharply. What? You're afraid to cross the Vance family, so you only dare to pick on me? Go ahead and curse Chloe. Ask her what she did to Grace. Maybe isn't missing at all. Maybe she just saw your ugly true colors, woke up, and decided to leave you. Ethan froze at those words, trembling uncontrollably. She wants to leave me? Impossible. Impossible. Grace said she'd be by my side forever. She wouldn't possibly leave me. It must be Chloe. She must have orchestrated something. I need to find Grace. Any later and she'll be in danger. Marcus laughed as if he'd heard the most absurd joke. Ethan, what did you tell me before the last surgery? You change your mind so fast. Why don't you forget about inheriting the Hayes family and become a professional actor instead? Ethan paused, his voice weakening slightly. I was just trying to find an excuse to deceive myself. I couldn't stop. Otherwise not only would I die, but Grace wouldn't be safe either. He was about to leave when his body suddenly froze. He slowly turned his head. Wait, what did you just say? What did Chloe do to Grace? I didn't say anything. Marcus coughed twice, trying to gloss over it, but was already frantic over Grace's disappearance. He spun around, charged at Marcus, and grabbed his collar. Tell me, what did Chloe do to Grace? I need to know the truth, or your hospital won't stay open. I mean it. Marcus finally relented. All right, I'll tell you, but promise me you won't act impulsively after you know. For the next half hour, Marcus told Ethan the details of Grace's 2 previous miscarriages. He meticulously described how Grace's injuries were abnormal and how those who inflicted them had skillfully and deliberately concealed their actions. With each additional detail, Ethan's face grew darker. After the last sentence, Ethan punched the wall. Blood trickled down his knuckles, leaving a crimson stain on the wall. Marcus was startled. Hey, what are you doing? I told you to stay calm. If you knew, why didn't you tell me before? Tell you before, just to watch you become like this? And would you still want the Hayes family's assets? If you turned against the Vance family, were you planning to be forced to jump off a building with Grace? How could I have told you? Before he finished speaking, Ethan's figure had already vanished from the hospital room. Only his helpless shouts remained. Don't be impulsive. Murder is illegal. Be careful not to get hurt. My surgery fees are very expensive. The rage in his heart burned more fiercely. He didn't have the patience to wait for the elevator and ran down 9 flights of stairs. He instinctively called his assistant, only to find the call wouldn't connect. His fury was completely ignited at that moment. Chloe, what a piece of work. Daring to touch Grace. Daring to touch someone close to him. Since that was the case, he wouldn't let the Vance family off easy either. Just as he got into the car, his phone suddenly rang. The moment he looked down, he saw Chloe displayed on the screen. He laughed, furious. He hadn't even gone to the Vance family's place yet, and she dared to contact him herself? The moment he answered, Chloe's affected, syrupy voice came through. Ethan, why did you take so long to answer? I was so worried since you hadn't replied to my messages all day. How are things? Is the company's progress going smoothly? I'm waiting for you at home. Come back when you're done. I have a surprise for you. Ethan's lips curved into a sinister smile, his voice eerily calm. All right, I'll be home soon. She had prepared a surprise for him. How could he not return the favor? An hour later, Ethan pushed open the front door. Chloe, dressed in a sexy, almost transparent nightgown, immediately greeted him with her soft body. "Husband, you're finally home." The next second, her phone rang. Chloe had no intention of answering, instead leaning in for a kiss. Ethan wrapped an arm around her waist, chuckling softly as he whispered into her ear, "Don't rush. Answer the phone first. Maybe it's a surprise. We have plenty of time tonight." In the brief moment their gazes parted, a murderous glint flashed in his eyes. He wouldn't let anyone who dared to touch Grace get away. Chloe pressed answer, and a panicked voice filled the living room. "The company has a problem. The project we signed with Ethan last time was reported for fraudulent materials, and it's been shut down." Chloe froze instantly. How is that possible? Who did this? Who dares to go against the Vance family, then quickly figure out how to start a new project? Don't waste time. They're desperate for delivery. All the funds went to the Hayes family company. There's no money left in the company account. Chloe, are you and Ethan having problems? Is he trying to ruin our family? The phone slipped from her palm and smashed onto the floor. Chloe looked up, stunned and disbelieving. You planned this all along? My father's company. All those projects we collaborated on. How could you do this to me? Chloe furiously pounded his chest, but merely stood there coldly, his patience exhausted. He grabbed Chloe's wrist. Have you had enough? Don't you know why I'm going after the Vance family? What did you do to my people? Where are they? I'm only asking once. Chloe's eyes widened, bloodshot, almost overflowing with tears of blood. I don't understand what you're saying. Give me back my family's money. It's mine now. Do you think I'll give it up and let you continue to walk all over me? Ethan shoved her away. Chloe instantly fell to the floor. Do you think I've been humiliating you these past 2 years? Do you think my feelings for you were fake? Just an act? Ethan sneered. Feelings? Do you even deserve to utter that word? Where's Grace? Tell me, or I guarantee I won't show the Vance family any mercy. Chloe shrieked, her eyes red. How would I know where Grace is? That slut is probably already dead from the beating. Ethan, you're not human. You bastard. I should never have fallen for you. Why? Why are you doing this to me? What about me is inferior to Grace? She's nothing. She can't give you what you want. It was me. I was by your side for 2 years. I helped you reach the position you're in today, but her wailing only earned her a resounding slap. You have no right to compare yourself to her. Our 2 children died because of you. For that alone, I will never like someone like you. If it weren't for the Vance family's status and resources, do you think I would have ever gotten close to you? Chloe hadn't expected him to know the truth, and she panicked instantly. How could you know? When did you find out? She fiercely wiped away her tears, yet a smile crept onto her face. So what if you know? Even if you know, your illegitimate child won't survive. He deserves to die for being conceived in Grace's womb. Ethan suddenly grabbed her by the throat. His grip tightened, and Chloe's face instantly turned ashen. You're asking for death? Then go ahead. Kill me if you dare. Even if you kill me, you won't get off easy. Since you know everything, I'm not afraid to tell you, I'm the one who killed your child. I also brought Grace in today. Those reporters, those bystanders who laid hands on her, I arranged all of it. So, do you like my gift to you? Watching's face turned colder with each passing moment. The smile on her lips widened. Not only that, I told her you were the one who killed both those children. You've already done it once, so taking a bit more blame wouldn't matter, right? Who knew she'd be so stupid and believe it? Her heartbroken look. Oh, it gives me heartbreak just thinking about it. Oh, right. And our marriage certificate. Thanks for making it so realistic to deceive me. I showed it to her, and she believed that too, when she was completely shattered. You, her husband who claimed to love her, belittled her as utterly worthless in front of the media, even allowing others to curse her and lay hands on her. Ethan, do you really think she'll forgive you? Dream on. She'll never appear again for the rest of her life. Ha 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 ha, shut up. Ethan kicked her squarely in the chest. Chloe's body flew backward, uncontrollably, just as he was about to retaliate further. His assistant scrambled out of the basement. Mr. Ethan, don't do anything rash. I have evidence that can bring down the Vance family. Chloe sharply lifted her head, completely breaking down. How did you get out? Shut up. Just shut up. She tried to rush forward and stop him, but Ethan punched her in the temple, knocking her unconscious on the spot. The assistant took the evidence of the Vance family's illegal activities to the police station overnight. Ethan frantically searched the Vance family estate for clues. hoping to find a trace of Grace. But even after the Vance family's property was empty, he still hadn't found an answer. On the day everyone from the Vance family was imprisoned, he watched the setting sun in the distance, crying and laughing like a madman. The onlookers' judgmental stares and mocking words slowly chipped away at his shattered nerves. Only at that moment did he finally understand what Grace had gone through. He realized how truly awful outsiders' insults could be. He realized how profoundly a person's heart could ache after being slandered. Tears streaming down his face, he slowly collapsed to the ground. He wanted to apologize to Grace, to say he was wrong, to say he had never given up on her. It was just those unavoidable difficult circumstances that had blinded him. But he regretted it now. Now he had everything, yet he had lost the one he loved most. He wanted to say that this time, he truly wished to go back to the past, but no one could respond to him. He searched everywhere, but found no trace of Grace. She had taken nothing but her documents. Even the memories of their 6 years of love were all left behind for him alone. He didn't even have the right to blame Grace for being selfish. Tears streamed from the corners of his eyes, dropping onto the ground one by one. After that day, everyone spread rumors that the Hayes family's patriarch was a madman. He disliked work, preferring only to stare blankly at his marriage certificate. Whenever someone reported on work, he would toss the tasks to his assistant and retreat into the lounge, lost in thought, clutching a worn wedding photo. As soon as this gossip news broke, it immediately went viral, topping the trending topics. Everyone speculated about Mrs. Chloe's identity, suspecting he still harbored feelings for Chloe, who was now imprisoned. Meanwhile, in a park abroad, a girl scoffed as she watched the news. Why doesn't he just go into acting if he loves playing roles so much? All this fake sincerity is disgusting. Then she tossed her phone aside, lay down on the soft grass, and closed her eyes, feeling the warmth of the sun. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any thoughts about this story, feel free to share them in the comments section. Here is Roses and Love, sharing stories about marriage and women every day. See you tomorrow.